Most people picture an office with walls, a desk, and a coffee maker humming in the background. Mine does not look like that. It's smaller, quieter, and probably a little strange to anyone else, but it's what I have right now, and for the moment, it's working. On a typical work day, this is just very typical. I'm waking up at a truck stop, Love's in particular, and I have trash that I need to throw away, and I wish I could say that it's 8 a.m., but it's really closer to 10:30. I had kind of a late night. I got a little bit boiled up about something, unfortunately. More on that later. Oh, there's some altercation over there. Can you come down from there while we drive, please? I gotta hook you in, okay? This is like the highlight of my day. I'm gonna show you what I got and how much it costs and why I go here. First of all, this, and I know this is a work day video, but I haven't taken my ADHD meds yet, so I guess we're a little off topic. This is seriously with the whipped cream. This is half pumpkin spice latte, half house coffee with the whipped cream on top. This tastes to me every bit as good as a Starbucks pumpkin spice latte. It really does. Every bit as good. When I was in there, I was really super tempted to buy a donut to show you all because that's like what they're really well known for, are their donuts, and they are really delicious, but that just wouldn't be an honest, realistic day in the working life because I do not do well. Like for me, eating a donut before starting like a working day, that's not a good recipe. So I always get an apple. On a pretzel bun, I got a ham and Havarti sandwich. And let me show you how much all of this costs. All of this cost me $8.34. I think that is an excellent value. Yeah, so on a work day, this is what I eat. I literally eat this every time. And this is gonna stick with me for hours. Like I will not need to eat for hours after this. Yeah, I didn't buy donuts just to keep it realistic, but if you would like to see a quick trip mukbang, let me know because I'm going to be leaving the upper Midwest and I have all these reward points. I could do like a farewell mukbang, so if that's something you'd want to watch, then let me know, but I don't know. It may be a little too niche. Apple. Let's hop on the trail and I will tell you what got my blood boiling last night. We are leaving the great state of North Dakota and we are walking into the great state of Minnesota. Parker and I are like in different states right now. I think Parker's in Minnesota and I'm still in North Dakota. Usually we walk for 90 minutes to 2 hours. It's pretty time consuming, but he needs the exercise. And even though I go to the gym, just going on these walks, it really helps kind of reset me mentally for the day. Leave it. Good, leave it. Good, leave it. Good boy, good boy. Okay, so before we head to the office, I just need to get something off of my chest, and that's what was bothering me so much last night. I know sometimes people don't like it, like when I talk about some negative things, but I am human and I have to keep it real. You know, there's positive and there's negative. So what I'm extremely bothered by is harvest hosts. Not everybody's going to agree with me. I get that, but I do need to go to the southeast part of this winter. Yeah, at some point, I still have a lot to accomplish before I can do that, but at some point, I do need to go down there. And I was thinking, well, I will get into harvest hosts. That would be like a great way for me to break up some of the time when I'm having more trouble finding places to overnight. And so then I find out that like the main thing is that your vehicle is converted and that it is self-contained, which all I would need to do is add a sink to this back left corner, which I can easily do. I can clear out a space. I have a composting toilet. You guys don't always see that, but I can get my composting toilet out. I have ample power for cooking in here, and I have a bed, and I have like water tanks in the back. So I am basically good. I come to find out that they don't allow car camping, SUV camping, minivan camping, or like pickup truck topper shell camping. And I think that is plain false advertising because you could have a vehicle that's self-contained, but then they just reject it for arbitrary reasons. I see people going and using harvest hose, like van lifers or truck campers. And the thing is that like one of them uses it's like one of those like Ford Connect cars. I don't know if it's a Ford Connect, but it looks like a Ford Connect, or maybe it's like a Nissan, but it's like one of those mini cargo vans. And she uses harvest hoses. And the crazy thing here is that if you watch like Camper Van Scott, he has a Sienna and he used to have one of those like little vans. And if you watch his channel, he talks about how his Sienna, his minivan, is actually larger than his little mini cargo van. And so basically Harvest Hose is saying, well, you can have that little cargo van, but you can't have a minivan. So, I mean, it's obviously just about optics. They obviously don't want car campers there. And I just think it's very socially dangerous to say, well, you can come here with your self-converted vehicle, but if you are a minivan, a car, a pickup truck, an SUV, you are excluded. Because to me, that is socially dangerous, because it's saying we're singling you out. You are not a real traveler. You are not the type of traveler deemed worthy to participate in this program. And they chalk it up as, you know, sanitation, self-contained. But when it comes right down to it, virtually any vehicle can be self-contained. A lot of these, you know, fancy RVs now, a lot of them are using composting toilets. People with Sprinters, not everybody is using their plumbing. A lot of people are using composting toilets. And I think a composting toilet is okay. And that's what I have. I have a composting toilet. I could easily, you know, put a sink in my back left corner back there. And I'm just very shocked. I'm disgusted. Of course, I go running to ChatGPT and, you know, I'm like, oh, is this discrimination? But it's like, no, because my car is not part of a protected class of citizens. So I can't, my poor car does not have constitutional rights. But, you know, I really do feel like it is false advertising, because they market themselves as, you know, being inclusive and bring your self-contained vehicle, but you can't bring a car, a minivan, a pickup truck, an SUV. I would love to hear stories. Have you had success with them? I do plan to apply. I'm still going to apply, even though they say you can't go in a car camper. I still feel like I should do the right thing and apply and show pictures. This is Parker's playful time of the day. Good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy. All right, everybody, I'm just getting ready to get into my work right now. Today I have some editing to do, and I also am working on something I've been really procrastinating on, but excited about, and that is I'm working on some merch. You know, I will say this is something that does not come naturally to me. I am much more comfortable editing or scripting or something, but getting on Canva, I am not an artistic person. I never was good at art, and I have this like kind of vision of what I want, and I want it like very simple, but I can get a little frustrated, and I will admit I did have to turn the camera off when I was working on this a little while ago, because I got a little frustrated, and I actually had to go like walk around outside for a minute, because it can get frustrating when you're trying to do something and you're not used to how like the system works. It can be very frustrating, because I would like to create some merch that people would like. I was originally not going to do this, but things kept popping into my head, and I really want to create something that people actually would want to wear. I don't want to have something that just says, you know, like Claire on the road or something. I mean, maybe that would be fine, but I don't know. I just want to try and make something that like it's simple and that I would want to wear. Also, I'm feeling a little salty lately about some things like Harvest Host. And so that's kind of fueling some things I want to write. Trying to do this right now, it's hard, but it's good for me. It's good to try new things. So I'm going to keep at it. Are you saying that you're taking pictures of like the physical product, or just background removing? I think I'm going to get a second opinion, but you really think this is the best one to go with? What do you mean built-in model? Like what does that mean? Does that mean that the quality is going to be better? Okay. All right, I think that I'm going to take a break from that. I'm using ChatGPT and Grok to walk me through it because I have no idea how to do it. I've never done anything like this before. So, but I think it's time to like take a break from that. I think I'm going to just work on some editing for a little while. And then after that, we have a definite place where we go after this. It's like baked into our workday routine and he loves it. I'm not even gonna spell it. He's getting too smart. I love his magnet. Hi, Parker. Do you know where we are? I'm hurrying as fast as I can. It's a big dog. Have a good day. There's usually more dogs here. I don't know why there aren't more dogs here today, but he's still having fun running around. Hopefully some will still come. We usually stay for a bit. Hey, are you a wild dog? Trying to scare him. Bless you. Okay, well that was a little disappointing because no small dog showed up, which is really strange. Usually he has a couple of playmates in there, so I don't know what's going on with that, but at least he got to run around. We'll do this dinner for pickup. I have a very specific budget that I follow for these work days in towns, getting food out. I really think that I come out ahead. I was researching what the average American spends on food per day, and honestly, with my eating out plan, when I follow the budget on a work day, I come out really well. So let me get dinner ordered and then we'll go pick it up. Oh my gosh. I just realized I ordered the completely wrong thing. I'm gonna break my budget. I ordered what I ordered when I got the flat tire. I didn't film it. I'll explain. I had a meal saved from the last time I went to Chipotle. And the last time I went to Chipotle, I had extenuating circumstances, okay? This is not what I usually order, but what had happened was I got a nail in my tire a few weeks ago and it was very complicated. Oh my gosh, nobody had it in stock. And all day I was dealing with this and I did not eat all day. And finally at 7 o'clock, I finally got my tire patched and I was like, I'm going to Chipotle. I was so hungry. I hadn't eaten all day. And so I'm like, well, for my budget, I'm just going to go all out because I'm only going to eat one meal at 7 o'clock. And so I got like a really nice meal. This is not a normal dinner. I usually order a burrito and it's like $11. I just get really basic. I don't get guac. I do not get a drink. I ate like 3/4 of it for dinner. I mean, I eat the last quarter like before bed. Anyway, I'm having quite a feast. It's mobile only. Let me show it to you. But it's like the quesadillas, has sour cream, rice, brown rice, beans, and then it has, yeah, it's like chicken, peppers, onions. And then I got the side of this with my rewards last time. I had rewards and I forget what this is. It's like garlic. I forget. It's called a red chimichurri. And I've only had it one time before. I had it last time. I used my rewards for it. This time I just bought it. I would never just do that. Sometimes I film videos and I want it to be like so realistic, but then the day that I go to film a video, it's just something always happens. Like, I just think it's interesting that I went out of my way to like try and be as realistic as possible. And then all these like weird anomalies happen. This stuff is so good. Oh, it's so good. But that day I was so famished. Look how good that food is. Usually it is just a chicken burrito and it stays well within my budget. So my bad. I just got to the gym and I'm gonna turn this off. I have my window coverings up in the front and then I put them in the back so that I can have privacy while I'm getting all my stuff together because sometimes that takes a while. I don't see how I can film this, so I'm just gonna let you take my word for it, but I'm just gonna turn this off and in the dark, I just find my clothes, what I need to bring in the gym, and I try to make it quick. Check out the roof racks, by the way. All right, so we are just, or I'm just taking a shower tonight. I definitely do work out here. I don't just come here to shower. I do exercise here. This thing charges super fast. I have 3 power stations. This is my favorite. I noticed it when I was putting my shoes on. It looks like just this normal little girl right there. And then you look closer and it's like, it should be at 100, I would think. It wasn't completely empty. 99%, we're good. I think they look pretty nice. I'm excited. I'm gonna see what I'm gonna put on top. Still working those details out, but I'm excited. Who's that? Who's that? I bet you were sleeping. His new thing is to like perch up, like on that arm, that big gray pillow. He like perches up there and like, I don't know what he does. I think it's because I'm keeping the TREATASs. They're in the back. And he has this like sudden influx of behavior of wanting to like be perched back there. I don't know if he just likes it because it's soft, or if he can see what's going on more, or if it's because the TREATSs are out there. Because I did start storing those back there. I do not know. It's a mystery.
Take the next left, then you will arrive at your destination.
Whoa, geez, there's like a rod in the road. Dude, there's like a metal pipe on the road. That is crazy. All right, what do we have here? What do we have? What do we have? Ooh, this looks like a good one. We've got vans. Oh, is this a schoolie? I have to drive by the schoolie. You know I have to. What is that? Oh no, I thought it was a schoolie. Never mind. We've got vans, we've got trucks, we've got facing, oh, perfect. There's a Class A. Facing the grass. Oh, this is perfect Walmart. Perfect Walmart. I've actually camped here before, and these are my neighbors. Yeah, this is like a really good one. Oh, I like this. Yeah, it's just a quiet, nice area. I'm gonna get the car back in office mode, and this is really where the real work starts. I know it's late. Well, it's later than it's 9 o'clock, but sometimes my work day, even though I have already worked a few hours today, sometimes like I really just get going like late like this. So I could be working, you know, another 6 or 7 hours. All right, let's get this place set up. 1, 2, 3. It is getting chillier. And so those of you all who like live in vehicles, you know when it gets chilly, condensation gets a lot worse. So I'm gonna try and hook this fan. I'm gonna keep this. I use this for light at my car desk here. But after I go to sleep tonight, I'm actually gonna leave this on, not the light, just the fan. And I'm gonna direct it up towards the gap in my window covering. I thought of another idea. Could you please save that, update your memory to include that in my list? Please do not confuse this list with the list that we have going for what I'm taking in and out of my storage unit. You keep messing that up. Please don't do it. So I'm going to tell you right now what the phrase is. Do not put it on the storage unit list. Update it to the memory of the ideas for merch. Got it? Okay, so the phrase that I thought of in the shower is all right, well, the time has come to be finished with that. Thank goodness. I don't know when the merch will actually come out because I've been in kind of an editing season, and now I'm ready to go on adventures and get into a real filming season. So at least I've like laid the groundwork and I have a blueprint of what to do. So I don't know when it'll come out, but at least when I get back into working on it again, I won't be starting from square one. I'll actually have somewhat of a foundation. So that's exciting. And it is time for me to take little boy out for his little night potty. And then I'm just gonna come back here and I'm gonna edit. I'm probably gonna edit for about like 4 more hours. So I will have worked like probably near 8 hours. I didn't film every single thing because it would actually be pretty boring just to watch me going like this and like that. And it's just, I don't know. It's just, sorry, honey. It's just really boring. It's not like an exciting thing. Yeah, I'm getting ready to go on some adventures and some trips. So there will be more on that. So I hope you're subscribed so you can keep up with all these adventures and shenanigans. And we'll see you on the next one. Bye. Hi, Parker. Do you want to go outside? Yes? Yeah. We go potty and then we go night-night. Oh my goodness.